Hello and welcome to QuickBooks Chapter 1. Well, we're going to start this magical adventure in this interesting software that most small businesses use. I am your host, Professor Naragon. Now, hopefully, you have already set up QuickBooks and are ready to go to learn some interesting moments and vital parts in our QuickBooks process. So with Chapter 1, we do end up having some PowerPoints. We're learning the setup. So we're going to have this overview of QuickBooks Online Plus. We're going to give you a little introduction to cloud-based computing. And then we're going to explore QuickBooks Online using the test drive company. Yay! Sounds like fun. Now, with these lectures, they may not always match text material. There could be actually updates to online QuickBooks that, due to the book being published, may not have, so we gotta constantly update. So if those happen, I will let you know. And these are designed to illustrate key points in the chapter, and it actually states not to be completed by students. So be careful of the PowerPoints at times. Again, this is mostly in test drive. So we're going to have test drive used to illustrate information in lecture, and we're going to use Google Chrome. It's used for the web browser. Again, some product placement with Google Chrome. It's the Chromius. So, starting off with some knowledge, we have manual versus computerized accounting. Now, mostly what we're going to see is that they're pretty much the same on a lot of things. If we did it manually, like actually writing it into journals and recording, or letting the computer do it. The best thing is that computerized, once you learn QuickBooks, takes less time because much of the process is completed by the program. Now, when we look at it, you can see both are manual and computerized. We can analyze transactions. Manual, you need to prepare business documents. While computerized, fill in the blanks on computer forms. We love that. So, when we look at those, it helps us a lot when all we have to do is fill in a bit of information and the program gets to actually complete the form, where we don't have to prepare it all manually. We also, under manual accounting, would have to record all transactions in debit or credit format in a general journal. Computerized, QuickBooks automatically enters all transactions into the journal. All we gotta tell them to do is what the journal is. So, the QuickBooks will enter transaction for us in that debit credit format in the journal and post to the general ledger, chart of accounts, and subsidiary ledgers, the customer list, and the vendors list. Now, again, manually you have to post those. You also would have to manually go through the reports and create them. Well, QuickBooks Online automatically prepares these. We do not have to manually create all of our financial documents or reports needed for the company. If we did manually, we also would have to record those closing entries that y'all know and love from Accounting 2301. But this is already done for us by QuickBooks Online, and it records it too. And actually, all we have to do is assign a closing date. Boom. It automatically will post to the drawing account or retain earnings, and it automatically transfers net income. It's awesome. Everything else we would actually have to calculate the net income, transfer it manually, and then create brought forward balances. All that is done computerized. QuickBooks Online is constantly evolving with the addition of new features, apps, and procedures. This is why I warned you that the lecture may not cover everything. In fact, it may have to change. So if that happens while I'm in the test drive, I will immediately tell you that this has changed and show you the change that has happened. I know there's a few that doesn't match to your text, so when we get to those, we will go over those. So, and Pearson would like us to know everything in the text is correct at the time of this writing, which was, since this is a 2019 book, means that there may be changes. We have a whole year that's in between us. In addition to program changes, QuickBooks Online has labs where you can experiment with proposed addition, changes, and enhancements to the program. Labs are for testing new features, so that labs will not be included in the text. You can contact QuickBooks if you want to use one of these labs. Right now, that's not a requirement in this course, and you don't need to do it. Okay? Those are just added features. Now, when using QuickBooks Online, you may also download and use apps. Some apps are free, others require payment. Apps are not included in the text. Again, that is something extra we are not going to go over. Just like QuickBooks is pretty much the sponsor of this course, they're going to throw in some of these ads. So whenever possible, program changes are incorporated into the text. Some changes will not be available until the next edition. But if you do want to see updated documents with information about new features and program changes before I get to them, you can always go to www.pearsonhighered.com/horn. Click on the student download page and basically do this at the beginning of every chapter. You may catch something that I didn't catch. That's perfectly good. That means I can make another video showing how to do it for the rest of the class. So, all these versions of QuickBooks Online, we have Simple Start, which is a one-person access that tracks income and expenses, uses invoices or estimates, charges sales tax, prints checks, records transactions, and downloads the bank or credit card info. Awesome. How about Essentials? Essentials are basically everything in Simple Start plus 3 users, including payables, vendors, bills, payments, and scheduled payments. Recurring invoice schedules enables delayed charges and credits and includes more than 40 reports. I feel like I am advertising everything here. But this is good to know as an accountant because we do suggest things to our clients. So, plus everything in Simple Start and Essentials plus 5 users. Maintains and tracks inventory using FIFO. Okay, that is of course first in, first out in inventory. Again, probably should have learned that in 2301. If you haven't and we get to it and you need help, again, I can help you out with some tutoring. Alright, it creates/sends purchase orders, creates budgets, use time, class, and location tracking. Contains more than 65 reports, and we are using this one for our course. Okay. Then we have Advance. So, Advance is everything in the previous three, but allows up to 10 users, and it's powered by Phantom, and dedicated customer success manager. So, a little nice added bonuses. Then, of course, there's the accounting one, and this is a portal for accountants, as myself, for central access to clients' QuickBooks Online companies. Accountants work with clients and use accounting-only tools. Contains features for managing the accountant's practice and books. Yes, I get my own special tools to help y'all out if you made a mistake. That's the one cool thing that I've got going on. Now, payroll, additional subscription. This is, of course, adds payroll. So, used to pay W-2 employees and file payroll taxes. Now, we won't have this really. We're going to be manually entering payroll for this course, so no worries on that. Payments processing. This one is used with all versions of QuickBooks Online to accept online payments by credit card or ACH, where they are bank payments, and select pay as you go or monthly rate plan. That's really all it is. That's all the different formats of QuickBooks Online. And again, they can always add more, but they're the basics. Again, as accountants, we need to know all of them so we can provide the best suggestion to our client. Sometimes they don't need payroll. Sometimes they don't need everything. They may be just a self-employed, so we may just tell them to use Plus. So, QuickBooks Desktop, the other version of QuickBooks that's basically stuck on your desktop, which is getting to a point where people don't use anymore, mostly due to online allows the accountant not to have to be there, and the accountant can actually do it remotely anywhere. So, again, online version, self-explanatory. This one is pretty much everything that QuickBooks Online has, plus some other items. So when we look at Pro, this one's going to include the use of invoices, tracking sales and expense, managing accounts payable, downloading bank transactions, calculating job costs, customer and purchases discounts, as an income tracker and bill tracker, among others, and it saves data to computers for portable storage. When we look at this has more than 100 reports. In Pro Plus, besides having all of Pro, it features an unlimited customer support, backup, recovery, and easy update and upgrades. Then there's Premiere, which I will pretty much go with a lot of times. Premiere includes everything in Pro Plus and includes more than 150 reports. And it may struggle to specialized industry editions. Yes, it is specialized. Premiere Pro includes everything in Premiere and unlimited customer support, backup, and easy update and upgrades. Enterprise, which I have experience with also. Everything in Premiere Pro designed for a larger business. Tracks more than 100,000 customers, vendors, inventory items, and employees. May use online backup and data production. Cloud hosting available for a fee. 3 subscription levels. Nice. Then there's actually one that's not here, which is accounting. And this one, the accounting version, just like everything else, includes everything in Premiere Plus and an accounting menu for performing accounting only tasks. It has to be purchased every year, which is a bummer, but again, most accountants can make that up with the first client. Usually happens. Mac. That's self-explanatory. It is for Mac users only. And it maximizes tax deductions, organize expenses, track performance, and prepare financials. Payroll, again, is an enhanced and full service monthly subscription and used to pay W-2 employees and file payroll taxes. Again, if you have no employees, payroll is useless. But we're going to have employees. Self-employed. Okay, these are our Schedule C, if you know taxes. These are people that run their own business. When we use a self-employed, either on online or desktop, is one user only. Has no accountant access. It still tracks income and expenses. It separates business and personal spending. And it downloads the bank and credit card transactions. It will calculate estimated quarterly taxes, track your mileage, classified expenses, and Schedule C categories. And it's a subscription-based product. Now I feel like I have explained every QuickBooks software. So, what is this? What is QuickBooks Online? What the course that you sign up to learn the software? Well, it's a cloud-based product because it does have everything stored online. So, when we talk about cloud-based, basically it provides access to QuickBooks Online program. It stores our data using secure encryption and requires a subscription for each company. Yeah. Now, this actually uses bank level data encryption for data security, which is really top notch for the most part. Again, anything can be hackable if a hacker really wants to hack into it, but it's a very, very secure encryption. This is why they use it. Again, we will have to require a subscription for each company, and that mostly can be a bummer, but it does help out in the long run. Plus, it's all deductible. Yes, we love deductibility. Saves us taxes. Now, it is a database of tables and fields that are organized in financial activity, and you're going to see how this runs. It utilizes all this data to help us communicate with our vendors, customers, and others to help basically create reports and provide information. This is the big thing. It makes it easier to provide information and see the status of the company, which we would analyze and say, hey, you're doing good. Or, whoa, you're trending down. Oh, you flatlined. Oh, he did. Kind of thing. It's like beep, beep, beep. He alright. Beep. We know. If you get the reference, yay for you. So, system requirements for QuickBooks Online is usually you need a high-speed internet connection, which we would like. It supports a lot of browsers, but mostly works the best on Chrome. But you can use Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari. Bet there's some other ones out there that probably will work on. And if you want to use QuickBooks Online mobile app, it works with good old iPhone and iPad, Android phones, and tablets. Yes, works with everything. Because it wouldn't be a good online program if it didn't. So one thing good about cloud-based technology. Now, using our book. So I'm going to be doing a lot from the book, but I'm going to be using Intuit's test drive company to drill. Okay? And these are going to be in your book, this yellow square with a little bullseye in it. Okay? Those are only meant to be done in the test drive company, in the landscaping business. Okay? Which, make sure I go, Craig's Design and Landscape Services. Okay? Do not do anything that's in these sections of the drill and your actual beach barkers QuickBooks. Okay? What you're going to do is where in the book it says do. Okay? You're going to actually perform in your course. Okay? So these are going to be red squares with the bullseye and the arrow right in the bullseye. Okay? So make sure you pay it, watch out. Okay? And of course, if you do make a mistake, it's okay. Things happen. I'm here for y'all. We can always fix mistakes. But it's best to always be prepared and watch out. Now, Chapter 1, we don't have too much of a difference going on between test drive and actual your company. The same thing's going to happen in Chapter 9. You're going to see mostly test drive, but with your project, we're going to be doing the payroll actually in your company. Don't worry, it's not hard, but it's going to be a little bit fun. Okay? So, subscriptions to QuickBooks Online limits use to one company. So again, we're going to go more into creating your Beach Barkers account in Chapter 2. This is where we're going to have more in Chapter 2 through Chapter 8. More items with do. And these are going to include additional transactions for reinforcement. Also, those are going to be the ones with the checklist that you're going to be turning in for the course. Okay? Now, there really are just step-by-step guidance in the book, but I am going to provide videos just to help y'all guys out, again, using the test drive company and the drill features. Now, when we look at dates, okay, dates are given in chapter transactions. Drill, in the drill, you're going to see test drive company automatically changes transaction dates. Your transaction dates are probably going to be set from December 31st, 2018 to February 28, 2019. When we do work through the chapters, though, you're going to use the date given. So, if it's a due, it's going to have a date given, like January 22nd or something. But you're going to use the current year. So, everything, is going to be in 2021. Even if it says November, it is 2021 for your software. Okay? So again, current year. Alright. So, if you do want to access your test drive, to access, you will open up, again, your internet browser, whichever one you prefer. Again, works really well with Google Chrome. You will enter this web address, qbo.intuit.com/redir/test drive in the URL and press enter. Enter security verification each time you open the test drive company. Then click continue. If you see the welcome screen, click let's go. After the 4 welcome screens are viewed, click start. Simple as that. Okay, so we're going to actually end it here with the PowerPoint and the slides. The remaining slides, if you want to keep going, we'll go over the stuff that I'm going to be talking about in actual test drive, so I can show you exactly how those things are working and basically get going. So again, if you have any questions, please email me. And welcome to QuickBooks.